Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween. Metal Levite Alex here, back with my next playthrough. And it is Nioh, a game that I've been wanting to get to for quite a long time, actually. Yeah. Monsters, demons, samurai, close enough. I figured that was the only other game I had on me that would have fit the holiday more so. So I figured, why not? And bit of a backstory with Nioh as it was coming out. Apparently, from what I remember, it was based on an unused script for a movie by Akira Kurosawa, the late Japanese filmmaker of Yojimbo, Hidden Fortress, and Seven Samurai fame. And Team Ninja, the guys behind Ninja Gaiden, made a game out of it. A very loosely adapted game out of it. And that seemed like a pretty interesting premise enough as it is. So yeah, it's more or less a dark fantasy game, but it's also in a sense because apparently in this game you don't play like an already born Japanese character like Ryu Hayabusa. No, you play as William Adams, who in history is one of two of the first known Western samurai, which is something that was a very, very rare occurrence. The story is, Adams, he was like a British sailor, and he was trying to like establish business with the East Indian Trading Company or something to that extent. And he crash landed in Japan during the reign of Shogun Ieyasu Tokugawa. Yep, that Tokugawa. And he, along with his first mate, Jan Justin, they were both ordered to stay there. And Ieyasu was curious about the Western world, and Adams won favor by teaching him, about the West, shipbuilding, and what was it? It was shipbuilding, and cannons and mathematics, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, he directed a construction for the Shogun of the first Western-style ships in the country, and approved, established further trade with Japan and the West, and among other things, I'm like trying to find the further details, but basically, he established trade between. He was one of the guys that took Japan out of being wholly isolationist at the time, and proved very influential. And yeah, having won over favor with the Ieyasu, Tokugawa granted him and his first mate the title of samurai. Basically the Japanese equivalent of King Arthur giving Lancelot knighthood, because Lancelot was French and Arthur was British. So yeah, and Adams saw, of course, grew to respect Tokugawa himself as of mathematics and other things. Oh, there it is. Ships, shipbuilding, and nautical smattering of mathematics. Yep, that's and among other things, that's what Adams exchanged. And and of course in return, and also Adams advised Yasuo on many things Western. Unfortunately for him, Tokugawa did not allow him to leave when he became a samurai. So he had to, like, stay there, unfortunately for him, serving the shogunate until his eventual death at 55. Then, of course, his English wife was left a widow. So it was, you could say, a great honor for him, but at an extreme cost. So it's really weird how history such as this, you think you know everything, but then you learn something like this, and it's pretty cool actually with how it all goes. And so yeah, you play in this game. To make a unwittingly long story short, you play as the first Western samurai in this game, in a very loosely based plot from a Kurosawa script. And of course, being a game involving demons and crap, it's of course very loose on reality too, obviously. And apparently, for whatever reason, from what I understand, Team Ninja made William Adams Irish in this for some reason. I don't know why. I personally think it was pointless. Why would you make somebody who's already English into Irish? It makes no sense to me. It's just one of those few. I mean, the loose retelling of a script in history, that's fine. But why change the guy's nationality to Irish for no reason? What did the Japanese like the Irishman? No, I don't have a problem with the Irishman. I'm just saying, why do that? Anyway, so yeah, this has been their most recent action game since the Ninja Gaiden games. Their last one, 3, being, well, not very good. And I didn't really like what I saw with it. Oh, this looks cool. Purchase add-on. Take you to the DLC. I'm not sure about the DLC yet. I might buy the season pass just so I can get all the 3 DLCs. I don't know if they're that necessary. So, from what I've seen, without really giving the story away for myself, other than the background that I've just espoused, it's similar in gameplay, much closer to Ninja Gaiden with the traditional face buttons, triangle, square, and all that. But with the difficulty of Dark Souls, or at least Souls-ish. To be perfectly honest, that even then, the Ninja Gaiden games were pretty much my Dark Souls of that generation. They were brutally hard. And they took some getting used to, but I grew to very much love and appreciate them until they ruined it at 3. Yeah, we don't talk about that one much. So I'm expecting, for all intents and purposes, a much more grounded version of Ninja Gaiden with the insane difficulty has been a hallmark of Souls for the last few years. Okay, so DLC, I'll think over about it. $24 season pass, so that way I can just get all 3 without having to spend as much. Because, $9, $9.99-ish each. It's like 18, it's like, yeah, it's what? 18. Yeah, that's like several dollars over the $24.99 of the pass, which gives you everything. I don't know. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I think I'll start, from the beginning and see where it takes me, and So on and so forth. And there's another mosquito hovering around here, even though I just squashed one. Ugh, why on... Yeah, there's my Halloween monster for the night. Frickin' mosquitoes. Why on God's green earth did he create those annoying little insects? I'll never know. Huh. Yeah, if anything, mosquitoes are ultimate proof that God has a sixth sense of humor in the comedy that's called nature. So, enough talk, let's do this. That was way too long of an introduction. To the far east lies Zipangu, a land brimming with golden palaces and sparkling jewels. Kublai Khan, ruler of the Mongol Empire, sent a large army there. But the warriors of Zipangu used miraculous stones to put up a strong defense. The Travels of Marco Polo, Chapter 6, 174 to 175. What this has to do with Tokugawa Ieyasu, I have no idea. We're going to Japan, not Shambhala. What the heck?
Amrita.
Huh?
Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, so we're getting Full Metal Alchemist involved. Queen Elizabeth.
The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world.
Yeah, he was trying to outrun them.
Weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turned to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us and finding Rita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
So we're going full fantasy with the history. Okay, so we got an Irish William Adams when he's supposed to be English, Queen Elizabeth and alchemic forces battling, the Spanish, and also Marco Polo's involved for some reason. Tower of London, an imposing fortress built by King William I in order to keep London safe. He has since gone to be used as a prison for traitors and execution grounds for criminals. Londoners believe that if the many crows living within its walls were to abandon it, the tower would collapse and London itself would be destroyed. Oh, and I'm fully expecting to get my ass kicked, just like in Bloodborne. So if anyone has any tips, like before, by all means, pile them on. Oh, the visuals look nice. He looks like Geralt from The Witcher. Oh, what's this?
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
April 1598, Tower of London, England. Entry added, Amorita Memories. X for dash. Triangle, square for punch. Triangle for kick. Nothing for circle yet. L1 for blocking. R1 does something with inventory. R2 does something with the left. I don't know what this does. Oh, gestures. Nope, that's the... Oh, crap. You mean I can't... Wait a minute. I can pause. Hallelujah. Fucking Luya. A modern action game. Pause. Okay, man with the Guardian Spirit. Escape the Tower of London. Items. Okay, so we got a pretty large inventory system from the looks of things. Skills, customization, status. Okay, so it has a leveling up system similar to Bloodborne, although with a lot more stuff added, so I guess the Dark Souls comparison is much more apt. Okay, quick attack. Okay, so quick attack for square, strong attack for triangle. Uses less ki. So I guess that's this game's equivalent of stamina. Triangle is strong attack. People background. Okay, the fact that I can pause is already a step up from Bloodborne. Okay, I'm not gonna say whether or not I think Bloodborne's better yet, because I only just started, but the fact that it has a pause button instantly pleases me. Hell, that's something that beats even Monster Hunter World. I mean, I love Monster Hunter World, I love Bloodborne, but the lack of a pause button really made doing stuff limited. And by that I mean, you know, not being able to stop when I really need, when something comes up.
I should have run when I had the chance.
Sprint. Oh, we got a guard right there.
Hey, what
Oh
are
no.
you doing?
Ow. I don't want to die yet. It's too early for me to die. It's too early for me to die. I don't want to die yet. Okay. A bastard sword. Dungeon key. Okay, so being in the stats menu does not pause the game at all. It's in real time. Crap. Familiarity. Well, we're definitely not going to be using that for long. I can assure y'all. Okay, lock on R3. R3. Oh, okay, they changed the lock on. I'm used to R1 being that instead, but I'll see how it works. Okay, so dash, lock. Okay, so the dungeon key can be used for a bunch of things.
I guess yourself is your only savior.
Okay, so dodging with blocking an X. There's a thing here. Guards. Oh, guards' quarters. Tower of London guard boots. Another bastard sword. It's the same sword. Break. that mean, is that like referring to how much strength of it has? Like how in Bloodborne, when you used a certain amount of weapon too long, it eventually breaks and you have to repair it? That's what it sounds like. Guard and evade. Blocks in it, prevents damage, but causes key to be lost. So yeah, consumes key. Stat menus. Gestures. Great. Can I break anything? Indeed I can. Does it give me anything? Apparently not. What's the point of breaking stuff if nothing is given to me? It's kind of one of the few things I like. If you broke stuff in the Devil May Cry and God of War games, you got souls and orbs, and Bloodborne, well, nothing. Well, I guess immersion, I suppose. Shortcut. Medicine. So our blood vial, more or less. Assign an item to either the shortcuts. To switch, press R2. So use D-pad to use items on the shortcut. And R2 switches them. So I can store multiple items at once, but the only difference being having to switch. Cool. Instead of five in Bloodborne or whatever, or 2 or 3, I can store 8. Yeah, I know I'm comparing the game to Bloodborne a lot, but it's the closest I have to a frame of reference. Tower of London guard coat. Don't see anything else. Get out of the pause menu. Oh, more guards. Ah, I wanted to... It does feel very similar to Ninja Gaiden. Stone, but at the same time, it's more traditional. Throw it at enemies to deal damage. Yeah, very little damage. I'm not gonna lie, this feels way more comfortable than Bloodborne. If anything, it also feels much more varied, because I can do everything much faster and easier on the front buttons rather than having to reach for the triggers. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the gameplay of Bloodborne. I really do. I got used to it. I really did, and I liked it a lot. It's just, you know, in terms of familiarity and comfort, I prefer something a little more like this, you know what I mean? Not dissing the game at all, I loved it. It's just feels familiar, you know? Especially in this day and age where every game in the where every developer in the universe just feels like trying to copy one another without trying to be playing to their strengths. Gotta mind the stamina. More boots, more medicine. Goes down. Wow, he takes it down fast. Trousers. Don't really need a second sword, but that's the same. Don't have a ranged weapon yet. Leg guards, plaid trousers. I'm already wearing boots. Don't have this yet. Accessories. Probably stuff I can sell once I'm able to. Nice glimmer on the sword. Wait, was there anything? No. Making sure he didn't drop any extra weapons. Like that spear that he had. Shows him going up more. Whoa! What's this? Ah. So what is this, like a save shrine? Because that's what it looks like. Open from the other side. Ow, 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 ow. Well, damn. This life has ended. I, got a little too greedy. Okay, so it is a save point. I don't see an indication of whether or not my souls or whatever they're called was there. So I'm going to so I don't know how different the currency management system is. Medicine again. Left and right to change melee weapon. Okay, R1, left, right to change melee weapon, R1 up, down to change ranged weapon. I don't see anything else, so it's just the chest, nothing else. Rune Ka. What's a Rune Ka? It's some kind of spear. Okay, so that door's locked. Holy crap, it resets everything. That's, unexpected. So upstairs. And here come the comments, as anticipated. Okay. Ooh, your footsteps. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Yup. Good game. So far, only just started it.
Limited amount of Amrita we can extract from this country, Kelly.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark a war.
Tokugawa.
And a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain. Perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
Huh, in the UK. Be back soon. Oh, hope you're having fun over there. Okay, so they're all in a mad dash for this magic MacGuffin of a substance, and Britain will rule the world. Yeah, that will happen eventually for a time, for a good couple hundred years. So they're trying to out Spain, more or less. Holy crap! Who's this guy? I guess that's who they're meeting with. Freezing your ass off. Yeah. Yeah, reminds me of Chicago. Face looked like Imhotep by the time I was done over there. That was years ago. Guard hat. Oh, the little top.
Such noise.
Wearing a freakish little top hat. Okay, what else was, did I... So lore. The Black Tower. From the time of its creation, Tower of London, it serves as both home of Britain's rulers and execution grounds. Inhabited by large numbers of ravens, ever since it became prohibited to kill them within the tower. Reason: certain wizard proclaiming that the killing of crows and ravens would lead to the destruction of England itself. Every inch of the tower is riddled with the birds, giving the entire area an eerie, unsettling air. I like this. This is a nice balance of getting lore. Not just from the game telling you stuff, but also from finding the stuff if you're willing to. I like that. It's not spoon-feeding, but it's not leaving you in the dark either. I appreciate that. Okay, gloves. Finally, a full suit. Although it's gonna pale in comparison to what we'll end up with in Japan. God forbid. Okay, we came through there. We walked through there. Oh, so you can... Anything further down? Stuff here, but what's up there? The lack of a map is disorienting. Try the axe again. The only other Souls-ish game I can think of off the top of my head is Lords of the Fallen. But I hear nothing but meh reception from it. Ah, my save point from earlier. It's a shortcut. Nice. Huh? Sorry, English. I look so silly with this hat. Like friggin' Jack the Ripper. Or something. Okay, so that was a looping. So continue downwards. Here, there. Several more peeps. Can I change? Oh yeah, I can remove the hat. I can. I just don't have any other headgear at the moment, and I really don't want to risk being weak, you know? Guard boots that I already have. Gloves again. missing again. Another bastard sword. By the time I'm out of here, I'll be in Japan, like the actual William Adams. Well, if you don't take the demon monster killing into account. Okay, so far breaking stuff does not seem to yield much in the way of rewards. Medicines and stones. Trousers. Might as well take them so that way I can sell them for money. Already have an axe. Oop, tower bell going off. Come to think of it, I'm set during the time of Queen Elizabeth I. Jack the Ripper wouldn't be a thing until Victoria's time, so doesn't really make much sense in the end. Either way, English. Regardless of how you look at it. Love the atmosphere. It all looks so good. I can see the crows fluttering in the air in the fog. That's cool. They have stamina too, so I can tire them out. We got this way and we got that way. Well, those guys look heavily guarded. More guards. Top of the tower, he says. Boarded up doors. Guards. Behind the big guys. Oh. Oh no, bring my stamina back. Ah, damn it. Let me try that again. Well, okay then. That was even worse. I'll go for the sword guy instead. Gotta manage my stamina better, too. Much. He gave me a lot of souls. I'm not sure if that was all my old souls or what. Another battle axe, medicine, meds, bastard sword, cuirasses. Guard trousers. Ah. Cuirass. Better armor. More stuff down here.
Using monsters like that to fight wars. Guess they got no more use for us.
So it's their memories.
His body just split in two. Oh God! You wanted to kill me from the start.
That's cool. You get their stuff, you get their memories.
Striking when the opponent is down and helpless. That's what they're trying to do to all of us who fought for Queen and country.
Final blow. Triangle when an enemy is down. So it's basically the obliteration technique from Ninja Gaiden 2. Nice. They implemented that. Ninja Gaiden 2, I really loved that game in terms of gameplay. It really ramped up the gameplay of the first one. Because when they added all the dismemberments and whatnot, enemies would, you could finish them off quickly that way so they wouldn't continue to be a threat. And it was all awesome in bloody, stylish fashion. Saying you gotta go to the top of the tower, but I'm curious about what's over back in that area. Right over there, specifically. Okay, so not being in garbage and makes it come back up higher. Cannot carry any more medicine. Boo. Wait a minute. Great helm and battle axe. Entertainment for the people. Citizens have little in the way of leisure activities. Great entertainment takes from public executions of criminals. Whether young or old, rich or poor. Not a soul in England would spare mercy for those held captive in the Tower of London. Great pock of meat in one hand and a mug ale in the other. They would cheer ecstatically when a criminal met his bloody end. Strike when he's vulnerable, finish the fight. Yup, it is the obliteration technique. Great helm. It's looking slightly more presentable, but barely. Cannot carry many more of that. Can I carry more in this? Nope, I still can't. Boo. Breastplate. Just need gloves and boots. Now I look far, well, close to being far more presentable. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, nope.
Not bad.
Greaves. An even better breastplate, I think. My bastard sword is 46. 46, 46, 47. Another great helm. See firearms damage. Okay, so they're all different. But I like this one more toughness. Finally, Greaves. Hopefully I can carry more medicine at some point. Great helm and gauntlets. Not exactly samurai armor, but I'm not one to complain. I like a good European style suit of armor as well. They both are both cool in their own ways. Whoa, 20. Oh, much better. Greaves and Kiris. $27 high item drop rate. Toughness, dash endurance. Kinda like what I have now. 22, 18. Nah, I like what I have. Okay, dead end, so this was mostly bonus item area. No need to go attack those guys again. How can I tell how many souls or Amorites that I have? Smithing materials. Amorita, I'm still level 1. And agility, gold. I don't know how to count my amount of gold dust or whatever it is. So up the tower, as he said, he says. He outdid me. Oops. Oh no, indeed. Another Runka. Whatever that does. Oh wait, it's a spear. Forgot what it was. Yeah. Nah, I still like what I got. Seems breaking things only serves for the purpose of uncovering stuff that's hidden. There. I know. I'm full on meds. Here comes a big guy. Derek the Executioner. Obliteration. Who's this shirtless smuck?
It's you. The man with the guardian spirit.
Guardian spirit, huh?
If I die, the secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show you what these stones can do. Behold.
He looks like Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat. Only
It's time for your execution.
only more flamboyant. Uh-oh. Oni. We got a bit of an upgrade. Focus my key. Ow, 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 ow. Move. Living weapon. Triangle and circle. That was cool.
Well done. Quite a feat.
Oh no.
So this spirit shall guide me to the kingdom of gold.
No, come back here with my sprite. She's not yours. Ah, shit. Come on, Jack Sparrow your way out of there. Jump. Ah. This is why you don't hesitate to jump in situations like this. So our first boss fight went pretty well. A long journey begins, trophy. Yo ho ho.
The journey was not unenjoyable. During 2 years' voyage, the Helloff was lost. The trow sank, while the hope vanished without a trace. The good news of the Blythe boatshap was nothing but lies. Only Leifta remained.
Yup. He'll be stranded on Japan.
An ironic twist. But what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Nioh. Nioh. Yo. Before I begin my preparations for landfall, I leaf once more through that curious book I had chanced upon, recorded inside are the memoirs of a sailor who had once paid visit to the land of Zipangu. Precisely how this document wound up in the hold of this ship when its author clearly belonged to a crew of a different boat is beyond me, but here I am, poring over its pages all the same, and not for the first time this voyage, I may add. But what fascinated me above all else were the memoirs and many accounts of Zipangu's diverse armor and weaponry. What is it, Rose? I'm busy. Choose my preferred weapon. Whoa. Oh, they're giving us a choice by the already. Hey, we haven't even made landfall yet, so how is it that we already have Japanese weapons? Okay, single sword. That's katana game. A single-handed sword, primarily a slashing weapon with wide attack range. Also be used for thrusts and has a long range. Well-balanced weapon that's easy to use. Dual katanas. A pair of swords, one held in each arm. Single blow from each blade lacks power, but they enable rapid consecutive attacks when used together. They make it an excellent choice for weapon when surrounded by numerous assailants. I imagine I'm gonna be able to find all these in the game anyway. The spear, naginata. Well, I don't think it's a naginata. Blade looks too wide. Long-handled weapon tipped with a blade. Superior reach enables rangy sweeping attacks. Ricochet wildly if struck against a wall, making a poor weapon for enclosed spaces. War axe, weapon with a thick, heavy blade at one end. Its weight gives it a slow weapon to swing, but also gives it considerable power. Enemies find its attacks difficult to deflect. The Kusari Gama, the one weapon with its proper name, combines a sickle and weighted chain. Mastery of this unusual weapon requires a deep understanding of many special techniques. Sickle allows for quick strikes in close range, and the chain and weight can be thrown to add range to the weapons. Offensive repertoire. Yeah, the axe is definitely slow. I didn't bother with the spear when I got it in the Black Tower. Kusarigami, yeah, that's the real trademark ninja weapon. They would use that to ambush samurai with it. I think I'll go with the katana, regular katana. I'm gonna find all this anyway, and really I'd like to give myself an extra little bit of health. Sailor from the memoir seems to have spent quite some time in Zipangu and succeeded in keeping the company of samurai. He writes in detail of establishments in Zipangu called dojo. It's called Japan, Nimrod. Or frickin' Nippon. Maybe Zipangu is another name for Japan. I don't know. I don't ever recall the name. And besides, this game is made by a Japanese company, so I could be just talking shit. Pardon my French. Okay, dojo, where people, including samurai, congregate for instruction in the martial disciplines. Bushido, I believe it is. Just reading the sailors' vivid accounts, I feel as though I were in the flesh, watching these warriors as they train. The samurai is master of many armaments and trains for combat in every imaginable scenario. If I were to use another weapon, which would I choose? Dual swords would be repetitive. Besides, I'll be able to... Well, wait. Skill, dexterity, body. I don't really want to go for the axe. Too slow. For something quicker. There is dual swords, but I already have the regular sword. So it seems a little repetitive to go for sword on sword. Well, it has skill. Seems they're going with... Kusarigama. Yep. Speed. Chain weight can be thrown to add range to the weapon's offensive repertoire, so it has a bit more range to it. Skill, dexterity, stamina. Kusarigama or sword. I'm caught between either the Kusarigama or the double swords. Yeah, I'll go with dual swords. Screw it. The memoir also asserts the samurai are knowledgeable in the martial arts. First, they know which fighting stance to use in each situation, high, mid, or low. Second, each attack they ready themselves for their next strike by focusing their ki or inner energy. Third, once their ki is readied, samurai can use purification techniques to rid their surroundings of malevolence. Sounds like the ultimate techniques from Ninja Gaiden. I know not how to explain it, but I feel as though I have some innate ability to grasp all these concepts and have experimented many times with each technique. Memoir states Zipangu is home to 8 million gods and other deities. That's a lot of gods. Then again, the Japanese Shintoism did see spirits and everything. Basically, the real-life version of the Force, more or less. Exactly how this figure was derived, I can only imagine, but I can cast my gaze to the shore. I am struck with the sensation that some mystical power has been keeping watch over me. It is an energy that reminds me of Saurize. I have no idea how to say that. I pull out the memoir once more and survey each page until I arrive at the guardian spirit that best matches the force I am sensing. Huh. We choose spirits. Spirit, strength. Kato, a wolf and guardian spirit of the fire elemental, strains the attacking power of those in its protection. I like wolves. It looks like Okami Amaterasu from Okami. Isonade, a shark and guardian spirit of the water elemental, amplifies the ability of those in its protection to sense enemies. A shark, eh? Daiba Washi. Skill, strength, spirit, and skill. A hawk and guardian spirit of the wind elemental. Increases the evasive abilities of those in its protection. Okay, so either Daiba or Kato. I like wolves, I like sharks, I like birds. Oy. So, increases evasive. This gives me more attack power. I think I'm gonna go with Kato the wolf for extra strength. Begin the tutorial mission. We'll begin the tutorial, yes. Because I have a strong feeling what was in the beginning level was, well, only a fraction. Training ground for samurai filled with the blood, sweat, and tears of uncounted warriors who polished their techniques within its walls. These long traditions and secrets are handed down from generation to generation of samurai. Huh. Make a mess of the dojo. Mr. Miyagi's gonna be upset. Okay, so there is a map. Well, not so much a map as it is a compass. Wooden sword. Living weapons. When the Guardian Spirit Amrita gauge is full, press circle and triangle. Guardian Spirit skill, while a living weapon is active, press circle and triangle. Triggering a living weapon changes the health gauge and ki gauge into the living weapon gauge. As long as the living weapon gauge is active, you are impervious to damage, and your close combat attacks inflict more damage. So it's like the Devil Trigger from Devil May Cry to almost. The living weapon gauge decreases over time, and when enemy attacks land, once the gauge is fully depleted, its effects wear off. While it's active, pressing circle and triangle will perform your Guardian Spirit's unique technique. Like a finishing move. Living weapons release the energy stored by spirit stones, drawing forth the spirits that dwell within them. For time, these spirits will make the weapon's attack far stronger than normal. I see. So, the Black Tower. Wooden sword. Follow the instructions and get a few controls. I may proceed to the next tutorial. Strong, quick and strong. Doesn't consume much ki. I already know this. Seems redundant. A ninja. Whackety whack whack. Lock on. With the R3, I already know. Oh! A lot of practice, dummies. Don't know why there's a bunch of glowing blue stuff. Proceed to the next tutorial. Switch stance. High stance, mid stance, and low stance. This is interesting. Emphasize high stance emphasizes attack power, allows for powerful techniques. Mid stance is good for defense, has a wide range of techniques that's easy to use. Low stance is good for dodging, but doesn't consume much ki and also maintains your guard as you move. Okay, so this is a lot more technical than I expected. I think, didn't that one game from Ubisoft do something similar to this? For Honor, I think it was. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, high stance for attack, mid stance for defense, low stance for guard. For dodging. Okay, let's take a look. Movie. Okay, so that's high. Mid. And low. So high for powerful strikes, mid for normal middle of the road attacks, and low for lighter attacks and dodging. Yeah, way more attacks. Okay, so circle is for putting the weapon away. Let me double check. Okay, so circle is just for putting the weapon away. Mid stance. I think I'll be using mid stance the most, but at least I know how it works. Ki pulse. While blue lights gather around you after an attack, a ki pulse recovers your ki. The amount varies based on your timing, and maximum amount is determined by your ki gauge. So it's like getting your health back in Bloodborne, only in this case it's getting your stamina back. You know, in Bloodborne, if you lost health and you still had an orange highlighted bar and you attacked enough, you got your health back. But in this case, if you keep doing it while all that blue stuff is hovering around, you get your stamina back and can keep doing more. That's cool. Let's see how it works on video. But I have to press the button in order for it to work. I can't just attack anybody. Interesting. Gonna be hard to remember all that. Another world born from the yokai. When you are in a yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Purify. Recover the maximum amount of ki from successful ki pulse in the yokai realm. It also cleanses the defilement of the yokai realm from your person, restoring you to normal. So basically a demon world, more or less. And that's what we fought before. Activate when you successfully execute a ki pulse. It's not working. That was weird. A wooden axe. Shooting. Press R2 while shooting while holding L2. Switch ammo type. Square for normal. Triangle for special. R3 to zoom. Ready your ranged weapon with L2 and press R2 to shoot. Switch between types of ammo by pressing those menus have a weak spot. Letting a hit on their weak spot will deal greater damage and break their stance. The middle of the reticle will turn red when pointing at the enemy's weak spot, and the rest of the reticle will turn red. Push you R to an enemy. We even got rifles. Okay, that is the fastest I've ever seen them charge a gun of that type at the time. Rifle ammunition. Roaring gun. Arrows. Rifle. Tanegashima Matlock. Hamaya arrow. Shooting. Ranged weapon. Tanegashima. The old flintlock. Or matchlock. Yeah, matchlock. Flintlock came later. Ooh. Cards. Small spirit stones. Change shortcut. Stones. Spirit stones. Small spirit stone. Hemorrhogi fragment. Spirit of the Sacred Tree uses a holy vessel for religious rituals, uses up all your Amrita, but allows you to quit a mission and return to the starting point. So basically, spend all my money in order to go back to the beginning, more or less. Spirit stones. Fragment of high density Amrita that glows with faint golden light as though it contains a firefly. Use it to receive 100. So it's basically the blood echoes, like the blood echoes. Ah, so it's not currency. It's to charge up my spirit animal. Living weapons. When full, press circle and triangle together. Changes the health gauge and key gauge. Depletes. I'm invincible while it's active, but getting hit, of course, means it goes down. Decreases over time and when enemies attack. Okay. I like me a good fire sword. Fire swords are life. Cool. Sweet. That is pretty cool. Go forward. Onward unto dawn. And among other things. Oh. That was more in-depth than I thought it would be. Stances. God powers. Among other things. I already did the tutorial mission. The dinghies have been readied for us to make landfall. For all I have read on this country, nothing can truly prepare me for what now lies ahead. I put the memoir down and leave my cabin. Okay. Landfall. Land-ho. Kuroshima is a tiny island off the coast of Usuki in Kyushu's Bungo province. There is little in the way of usable land, with coastline rapidly giving way to cliffs and mountains. Clinging to its edge, the smallest of fishing villages. Its residents eking out subsistence farming on plots carved out from the hills. Their frugal lives stand in stark contrast to the village elder, whose opulent mansion perches atop the island's tallest peak, strangely oversized for the small island which it overlooks. Uh-oh. Okay, that doesn't look good. April 1600. Usuki. Search. Baizenden Uchigatana. Skill points obtained. All my, they took away all my English stuff. So, no crusading in the land of the rising sun, unfortunately. So I can learn stuff. Oh, ninja even. I thought I was playing as a Western samurai, not a ninja. That's Ryu Hayabusa's shtick. Samurai skill points. Learn skills. Skill customization. Level 5, the Isle of Demons. Mission requirement. Investigate the mysteries of the deserted fishing village. Titles. Sure what this does. Learn skills. It's okay. Samurai skill points required. Grapples an enemy who is out of key, then follows up with a powerful attack. Learn. Kick. Mid to low stance. Do I not have any more? Oh, wait, I do. I already have this. I think that's all I can do at the moment. I think I'll gather some of the stuff that's around here and then save game. Visit the shrine. Pray at a shrine to regain health, or use the shrine menu. So it's like the lanterns from Bloodborne and the fire pits in Dark Souls. What are they called? Bonfires? Praying at a shrine will refill your health and open the shrine menu. In the shrine menu, you can perform actions such as leveling up, changing guard spirits, and summoning visitors. So I can change spirits. Holy places where the gods gather. Properly paying your respects there can also greatly ease your burdens. That is cool. So I can switch there. A little sprite right there. Change Guardian Spirit, level up, or make an offering. Boons. Claim DLC items. Summon a visitor. Cannot be used offline. Use Amrita to improve stats. Okay, so this is where I can sacrifice stuff that I don't want anymore for points. Amrita, 200, 250. I got 200, it says. Nah, I can't do anything about it at the moment. I'm thinking of saving at this present time. Let me... saving and continuing later. Elixir made by Kodama. Tree spirits from nuts and seeds. Truth is unknown. Connoisseur savor. Its unusual bitter flavor. Restores health from when used. Set as shortcut. Yep, remove right there. Small spirit stone. Okay, so that's my health in the game. I could have sworn the game said it saved automatically, just like Bloodborne and then all the others, but I want to be certain. Okay, so it saved my game, which is nice. Let me double check. Secret word. Mention area. So, according to the game's word, it saves automatically. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop right here. I think I've done for at least an hour. Going through the tower and learning everything. So, I already saved the shrine. All should be good. So, I'm going to stop right here and continue later on, hopefully tonight. But so far, it looks promising. Pretty in-depth combat from what I expected. So, we'll see how it goes from there. So, hope y'all enjoyed this first part of Nioh. And I'll be back with a part 2, hopefully soon. So, thank you for watching. And happy Halloween, everyone.